winners of the 2003 Funky Animators competition.
This is the first project we've managed to get off the ground in about 16 years, though, that we've written loads of stuff together and made other things, but this is the first one that's had some sort of success.
Yeah, so we're used to rejection.
I am moving the buses and the cars around, and I'm talking.
I've always been a bit of a natural show-off, and just always done stupid accents. I mean, I don't think they have any bearing on anywhere actually, anywhere in the world. It's sort of like, you know, it's a mixture of all sorts. I mean, it's like Wolfie in Hobbies. It's sort of like, at times he sounds German, other times he sounds slightly Indian. He's, you know, but I just sort of think, well, he's obviously a very well-travelled man.
I mean, when people think of England, they think of Croydon. It also has the highest population of bus model collectors in the country.
Most people do think that I went out, found a loony, found someone strange who collects buses, which I did, yeah, and recorded them and then made a film from it. The fact that we're scripting these stories is quite different.
Douglas will come at my house normally at about 6:30. Then we will catch the bus down into Croydon town centre, and that is where we will meet our fellow bus collectors.
It's the Mike Leigh school of getting a script together, you know. What I've heard about Mike Leigh, he gets a group of actors and they improv their characters for a couple of weeks until they build up a story, and I think that's quite a nice way of working.
It is.
It's not for everyone, I shouldn't think. But
no, well, I really like the fact of inhabiting a character, because I'm really interested anyway just in people and characterisations. So the fact is I have to believe in that character and really know a lot about them.
I was only 15, and it's very difficult to reach the pedals.
And what about Nick and Pete's influences?
I'm a big Mike Leigh fan, and I think Nuts in May probably came out when we were teenagers.
Oh, hello, sir.
How are you?
Oh, I'm all right, thank you.
What have you got here?
All the better for a bit of sunshine.
I haven't got any money, that's your
I
problem.
know. What do I...
I'm skinned.
And the people who have are not very happy sometimes, are they?
I saw Sal's Pitch when I was about 16, and there was a whole series of those. It's not exactly found sound, but they went out and recorded stuff and then animated to it. I was just totally blown away by them.
Right.
There's a real believability and pathos there that you didn't get in animation at the time.
You can watch it, I mean, it wouldn't matter if it was live action, because, you know, the characters are really emotive. And then you realise, hold on a sec, I'm actually watching moving plasticine, and yet this is getting across emotions, and there's a believability to it.
Shoes. Thin shoes tell us more about the world we live on than thick ones.
Ivor Cutler, he's a Scottish poet and he sings, but he's a really great, surreal storyteller. And, you know, as I say, I was in my teens, you're listening to John Peel, you're listening out for the latest punk sounds, and then suddenly comes on this Scottish voice.
Jam. What's your favourite jam? Traffic jam, traffic jam. What's your favourite jam? Traffic jam. What's wrong with raspberry? What's wrong with plum? How's about a blob of elderberry on a scone? What's your favourite jam? Traffic jam, it's the jam for a man.
Talking and then singing to a harmonium, and it just sort of like, what is that?
10 females to each male.
Strangeloves is a strange film and so ahead of its time. And the fact that Peter Sellers does so many characters in it.
I was under the impression that I was the only one in authority to order the use of nuclear weapons.
Hell. Are the Russians involved, sir?
Nuclear reactors could provide power almost indefinitely. Greenhouses could maintain plant life. Animals could be bred and slaughtered.
Wolfie's German accent probably is influenced in some way down the line by Peter Sellers.
Well,
German
exactly.
in that,
It is that sort of, if Peter Sellers was to do a German accent, it'd be a better version of Wolfie.
If you can imagine, my house is like a fly under the wall documentary of Croydon, and in miniature. And I am moving the buses and the cars around, and I'm talking. I mean, when people think of England, they think of Croydon. It also has the highest population of bus model collectors in the country. So Fridays for me are very, very special days that I look forward to. It's the whole week. Douglas will come at my house normally at about 6:30. Then we will catch the bus down into Croydon town centre, and that is where we will meet our fellow bus collectors and sit around and discuss ride heights and comfortable seating. We pat each other on the back and look at each other's paint jobs. Well, they actually found out I had no driver's license, and you do have to do that before driving a bus. And I also had lied about my age. I was only 15, and it was very difficult to reach the pedals. Often people have said to me, you should write a book, and could I spell? I probably would. My mother makes a very good eggnog. Eggnog. It's a very strange name, isn't it, Nog?
I think originally it was made from eggs, or possibly.
That's not the unusual part.
The prize for winning the Funky Animators competition is a commission from the BBC to make 6 more animated films. At Nick's house in Bristol, Nick and Pete are already developing new characters and new situations.
Doing a lot of research on different hobbies, and then it's a case of trying to nail an accent and where this person, and developing a whole load of new characters who can be friends with Wolfie.
They're all in the style of the original Hobbies film,
Yeah.
so the characters are all similar style. And hopefully we'll have 6 cracking new films in 3-4 months' time. One of them will be a new Wolfie.
The fans demand it, really, don't they?
They do,
I
they
think.
do.
Yeah, they're crying out for more Wolfie.
Coming soon to the Daily Express, the country's top domestic goddess, Nigella Lawson, reveals her